You are told money is power, money is security. Money is freedom, but here is the mystery no one wants you to think about. The money controlling your house. Your job, your savings, and even your future is backed by nothing real, nothing solid, nothing you can touch. And yet it rules every decision you make. So how did we reach a point where pieces of paper and digital numbers with no intrinsic value became the ultimate authority over human life? To understand this, we have to go back in time to when money actually was something: gold, silver, tangible assets, and when trust was rooted in scarcity, not promises. Because for most of human history, money emerged naturally as a medium of exchange, with gold and silver rising not by government decree, but by universal agreement due to their rarity, durability, and difficulty to fake. And for centuries, empires rose and fell on how honestly they treated their currency. But the first major twist came when rulers realized they could control people more easily by controlling money, leading to paper notes that were originally just receipts for gold stored in vaults. A system that worked only as long as everyone believed they could redeem those notes for real metal. Until governments discovered the temptation was too powerful to resist, and began printing more claims than gold they actually had, creating the first cracks in trust that would later become a full collapse. The real turning point arrived in the 20th century, especially after World War I and World War II, when massive war spending made honest money inconvenient. And in 1971, with a single announcement, the final link between money and gold was severed, turning global currencies into pure fiat money by decrabbed only by confidence. And from that moment on, the system, it didn't just change, it accelerated. Because once money was no longer constrained by physical limits, debt could grow infinitely. Governments could spend without saving. Banks could lend money they didn't have. And inflation quietly became a hidden tax, stealing purchasing power year after year. At first, it felt like prosperity. Asset prices rose. Credit was easy. Growth looked strong. But cause and effect always catches up. And the breaking point began to show through financial crises, exploding inequality, in a system where wages stagnated while the cost of living surged, meaning people worked more but owned less. And when the fallout hit market crashes, bailouts, and emergency money printing, the same institutions that caused the problem were rescued while ordinary people paid the price through inflation, currency devaluation, and lost savings. Failed fixes followed one after another, from quantitative easing to zero interest rates to endless stimulus, each one solving short-term pain while deepening long-term damage, creating a cycle where the cure became the disease. Now look at the modern parallels, where trillions are created digitally with a keystroke, where national debts are so large they can never realistically be repaid, where housing prices soar far beyond incomes, and where money flows first to financial markets instead of productive work, repeating the same historical patterns seen in Rome, Weimar Germany, countless fallen empires that debased their currency until trust collapsed. The shocking reality is that nothing has fundamentally changed except the speed. And today, money backed by nothing controls everything you own because it controls contracts, laws, taxes, and debt, binding your future labor to obligations created out of thin air. The three takeaways are clear. First, money is not wealth. It is a claim on wealth. And when claims grow faster than real production, instability is inevitable. Second, inflation is not an accident, but a predictable outcome of unconstrained money creation. Third, systems built on trust without limits always fail when incentives reward abuse. The warning is this: history shows that monetary systems don't collapse overnight. They erode slowly until confidence snaps. And the open-ended question is whether this time will be different or just faster. And if you want to understand the forces shaping your financial future before the next chapter unfolds, stay curious, question what you're told about money, and subscribe for more deep, honest breakdowns of the systems that quietly run your life.